Alright guys, what's going on? So today...
Alright. So I asked you guys on Instagram if you guys want to see this cut or uncut, so like an edited versus unedited. You guys want to see the raw footage. That's what won the selection. So here's the raw footage of just me and my buddy here. So right now we're gonna talk about alright, what's going on guys today? But that's every video, it has to. But so we're gonna talk about the Army Reserves versus the active duty Army. So buddy here just came from the reserves. He's been in a little bit longer than I have, but he just came active duty about, what did you say, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Well, he went quarantine and then he came here like about 2 weeks ago. So a little over a month in active duty and hasn't seen any of it yet. Finance.
It's been pretty good to me. Oh yeah, I haven't got paid yet.
He hasn't got paid yet. Army does that to you sometimes. But yeah, so you want to introduce yourself, where you're from, and like why you joined the Army?
I say like my rank and shit.
You can.
I'm just gonna say my name. My name is Anthony Damasio Scott. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, outside of Boston, like 15 minutes out. And I joined the Army because I fucking hate school, and now I'm here.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So when did you enlist?
In February 19th, 2019. Wait, yeah, February 19th. Or February 20th, 2019.
Okay. Or when did you go to basic?
July 29th, 2019.
Alright, so you're like, he was right in around me. So I actually been in longer. I didn't think that.
Yeah, for how long?
July 27th, I went to basic.
3 days, bro. No,
Alright.
2 days. 2 days.
2 days, so I've been in longer. We're both private first class. And so we both came out of Boston, Massachusetts. That was the MEPS area. And so reserve. Give me some insight on reserve. Like, what is the process of reserve?
It's really fun if you want to be like a who I got for 1 month.
Who for 1 month?
Yeah, no. So I got really bored of it. It's a good gig if you want to like stay at home, but I mean, I feel like it's better for me to be out every single day. And I have like so far, but I really haven't dealt with any bullshit yet.
So like, once a month, like what do you do?
We go to, my unit was in New Hampshire, so obviously like it's in like an hour and a half away, so I drive up there in the morning. Sometimes we do PT, sometimes we don't. I barely did any PT. I think I ran like 5 times out of the whole like year and a half I was there. So yeah, but we would go to the motor pool and just work all day. We would do some like fucking classes like EO, Shark and all that. And they always said we'd do driver training, but we just ended up never doing it. And we did have missions, like the range, but that all got canceled with COVID. I went on like one mission to fucking, Coast Guard base.
Coast Guard? Oh,
Cape Cod.
Oh, okay.
And we just flew on airplanes, and I backed up a Humvee onto an airplane. That was really good.
C-130?
Yeah. We were supposed to fly in the big one, like the B-7, but it was too rainy or windy out.
So you actually rode in the C-130?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was we went like around multiple times. It was really fun actually.
I jumped out of a fake one.
Oh, that's cool.
Airborne.
I want to do air assault. They said the air assault's opening up.
Yeah, this dude's like super high speed, wants to go air assault, airborne, special forces.
No special forces. I can't do that.
But yeah, so I know, so you lived an hour and a half from the reserve base.
Mm-hmm.
So you stayed in a hotel, I remember us talking about.
Yeah, well, kind of. I was, so they had this like, you know, like as the bird flies, it was going to be 60 miles and I was like 54. So I couldn't stay in a hotel, but I stayed in a hotel.
Yeah.
Like I had like a few buddies let me stay with them. So.
Yeah, so like, you know.
You stay in a hotel.
Yeah, you stay in a hotel when you go reserve. What duty? Just that weekend or whatever?
Yeah, so we'll have like, sometimes we'll have 3-day drills or we'll have like a 2-week training. It'll be in the field sometime. But last time we did like a little FTX thing. It was for, I don't know, do you guys do like the virtual shooting drills here? Like the virtual like ranges?
Like basic and stuff?
Yeah, like we went to like a virtual range. Yeah, we went to that and we stayed in barracks, but it was like really shitty barracks. And that was also in Cape Cod. It's like a fucking 3-hour bus ride.
Cape
We
Cod.
took a bus there the first time, but the mission we took our I was in a PLS, and none of the vehicles broke down. Surprisingly, I don't know. Like the vehicles in the reserves, like they just sit there, and then they get PCMS by people who are in the reserves, and like.
Well, because you guys have civilians work on your stuff, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's fun, but to a point.
Yeah, you guys. So once a month wasn't enough. You needed more army in your life.
Needed a new fix. Yeah. No, but I mean, it's really fun here, except for like when I wake up and have to go to PT, and then I'm like, why the fuck did I do this? And then after, like, I get like right as I get to work, like I give it like 30 minutes, and then I'm like, oh, this is actually mad fun. But like just like the like, first half of the morning is just like, why the fuck did I join active duty? But I mean, it happens, I guess.
Yeah. So you're enjoying your first 2 weeks actually.
I'm loving it.
So he's still in processing, but he's been going to work and whatever. Usually when you're in process, you don't really have to go to work and do PT. He's high speed, you know. Got to get his name out to those sergeants and hopes to become 5 soon.
E4 Mafia.
E4 Mafia.
No, 5.
Yeah.
You gotta get a degree so I can be an officer.
So you're planning, I know he wants to stay in for a while.
Yep.
So it's a 20-year.
So I think I'm gonna do like, after this duty station, if I do like it, I'm gonna like, what's the max contract you can sign, like 4 or 5?
It's not like 6.
If I like it after this duty station, I'm gonna sign for the most I can sign. And if I don't, then I'm gonna sign another 3 at a different duty station.
Honestly, it doesn't, I wouldn't sign the most because it doesn't matter. It'll be the same anyway. If you sign a shorter contract, you can still get an enlistment bonus, and it just depends pretty much where you go.
An enlistment bonus is bad though?
No, but we get re-enlistment bonuses.
Oh yeah. That's
So,
why everyone stays in.
Yeah, but for our MOS is not a lot. I think it's like the most I've heard of for our MOS for re-enlistment. Well, I mean, it depends on your situation, but like right now it's like 4,700. So like almost 5 Gs for re-enlisting for 3 years.
As an E3 or?
That's like our. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're probably like an E4. I don't think it differs if you're. I mean, it probably does. If like an E6 re-enlist, you get more money.
Everyone who's E5 and above just gets like everything, like paid better. I feel like.
Like I know we were talking to someone today, and BAH was like $2,400.
Oh yeah,
in Alaska.
Oh my god, dude, that's ridiculous.
So. Yeah. So like, what are attributes you liked more about active duty than reserves? Or what's the most different about active duty?
The most different?
Yeah.
Actually being on a military base and getting used to doing everything again.
Oh, really?
Like, I mean, it's weird being away from home because I haven't been away from home since like AIT and all that. But like, just getting back used to the actual active duty life. And I mean, I work a lot more like on different shit than fucking oil changes and annual services, so it's a lot more fun. I got to learn better.
You got him working on his transmissions.
Every fucking truck has a transmission.
Yes.
Every truck.
Every truck has a transmission problem.
I think the last one they just brought in was, it was the one I did the first day I got here. We flushed the tranny fluid like 16 times.
And it barely runs still.
And it was back in today. And now it has a fucking steering problem, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I don't have to worry till Monday though.
Tuesday.
Oh shit!
3-day weekend. So today's the 12th. If so these go out like a week late. Should be. So this will probably be out on the 18th, maybe, if my clock. No, 20th, March 20th. Wait, no, tomorrow. Wait.
Tomorrow's Saturday, right?
Yeah, I know. Saturday. I'm trying to think. My schedule's all messed up for you too. I had this.
When's the last time you uploaded one?
Well, because I upload. I upload a lot and or I make a lot of videos in advance, so I can take days off.
Yeah.
So I took pretty much all last week off. I made like one video last week, and it was Monday, and I made a video the day before yesterday, and then yesterday, and then I'm making today's video right now, and then tomorrow I can make a video. Yeah, it's just so I post semi-daily. Also, yeah.
I always wanted to vlog. Vlogging's like fun.
Yeah. So you would like to go active. Like you are with the decision to go active. Like you don't regret it.
Yeah, like if you're in the reserves, like so reserves is like for if you want to be in the army, but like you don't want to be in the army. Like it's so active duty. Like you have to want to be in the army to be active duty. If you're reserves, you want to be in the army, but not fully. Well, that actually explains itself. But like,
so what was
more of a meaning to it.
What was the process taken?
Switching?
Yes.
Oh, so the first 3 times I tried to put my paperwork in, like it just got.
Oh, so this has been a process.
Yeah, it's taken like a total of 8 months, I think.
Jeez.
So the first like 2 or 3 times I put my paperwork in, it just got lost apparently. I'm pretty sure they just like denied it or whatever. They said they never got anything, and then I had a really good recruiter. She was like she hauled ass. I got it done in 3 months.
Where was your recruiter from?
Malden.
It was in
Malden.
Oh.
Yeah. Malden recruiting was the best recruiting station in the state too.
Shout out to Malden.
Shout out to Malden. They are the best. They were freaking crazy.
So it took 8 months
in total. After they denied it, or they think they denied it, after it didn't go through the first 3 times, I had the recruiter and we did it in like 3 months. So in total it took like 9 months, but actually it took 3 months when they actually started helping me. I was like, they're not going through my paperwork, and she was like, oh, no chance they're gonna do it. She's actually coming out to New York, I'm pretty sure. Like she's getting stationed somewhere else for recruiting.
Oh, for recruiting?
Yeah. She's like a really fucking good NCO, like a really good NCO.
What's her rank?
Sergeant first class.
Yeah, mine was a sergeant. My recruiter was a sergeant first class.
Yeah.
So, what made you like want to join the army?
Oh, like in general?
Yeah.
I just really didn't want to go to college and to help people. And honestly, like you ever seen the movie Black Hawk Down?
No, I don't watch any military videos.
So there's a movie. It's from 2001. I watched it when I was 8 years old, and ever since then, I was like, I want to be in the army. And you know what's funny? It was actually 10th Mountain Rangers and troops that were in the movie.
Black Hawk Down. I'd have to watch it.
It's amazing. But yeah, like.
Have you learned the mountain song yet?
No, I was thinking about like listening to it and learning it, but I was like, I mean, some people don't sing it, and I can just like kind of like mumble
Who
it.
doesn't sing it?
Debo, like.
Oh my god!
I mean, like,
if you guys are on the channel, you guys know Debo.
There's well, we did PT the other day. It was me, Harbuck.
Do you guys know Harbuck?
Montes, I forget his name.
Oh, that one, Montalvo.
Yeah, Montalvo, and like. Sergeant Z, when he was like, oh yeah, light PT, never just saying. Bro, I was so mad. We did a 5-mile run, and then like the next day they were like, oh, like everyone's at the ACFT, there's literally 4 or 5 of us. He's like, yeah, we're just doing like a light PT slow jog, and we ran 4.8 miles. But like before we ran and did all like we didn't even, all we did was stretch a little bit and then ran. We didn't even like do any like before PT shit. But like the song came on, like it was just like maintenance. It was just Harbuck and Montes like singing it.
So on Fort Drum, you salute the flag in the morning before PT. You salute the flag, and then sing the mountain song. I feel like we're the only unit that does that, because every time I mention that to someone here, they just like, no, we don't sing the song.
I don't think anybody else does it besides us. Like us.
Like
just maintenance only.
You know who our motor sergeant is, right?
Sergeant Z.
V. Yeah. So he's the one that made us do it.
Really?
Yeah. Cause like when he first got here, he's like, yeah, we're gonna start singing the song in the morning. So I remember it was like 2 weeks ago. I think it was the first time he did PT with us. Someone was trying to run by us into the gym, and we're like, sing the song. And it was, so he just stood there at the position of attention, didn't even know the song. And I feel like a lot of people here don't know the song, but
yeah,
I know the song.
I just gotta read it a few times and then we go. I was know it's like,
we are the 10th
climb glory light infantry.
No, yeah, that's the last part.
Yeah.
We are the 10th mountain infantry.
I can like mumble it because I can hear everyone else singing it.
With the glorious history.
It's a short song though. It's not that bad. It's a short song.
Light fighters marching on to victory.
Wait, light fighters?
Light fighters.
What? That is interesting. It's really short though, right? It's only like.
We go where others dare not go, through the heat or cold or snow. We are proud to be in the army of the free. Climb to glory, mountain infantry.
I know some of it. Just
Climb to glory, the light infantry.
So they go from mountain infantry to climb to glory, the light infantry.
Yeah, we are light infantry.
Yeah.
And then it goes.
It reminds me of the Simpsons song. Like, the way, like, it's like, you know what I mean?
One morning, we could, when you can watch Flag Detail at Division, and you could see the cannon go off.
Really?
Scare, like I was there when a cannon went off once. Dude, the loudest thing I've ever heard. Like, I've shot guns without ear pro on, and I was probably like 100 feet from the cannon and I have ear protection on.
Ooh.
This was the loudest thing I think I've ever heard.
My ears like ring on a daily just from shooting with like ear pro.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being next to like a fucking cannon.
Dude, like that was literally the loudest thing. I was all the way next to the building, like standing next to the door in Division.
Did you like feel like the fucking power from
I
it?
felt it and I could see like the waves. You know, like heat. You could see like through
Like
it
the
and like
shock,
the cold
the
air.
shock
Yeah,
of
you
it.
could see the shock. It was
crazy.
Yeah, we'll do that one day. We can. You gotta go either early morning or like 5 p.m. Okay, what time is it? We can go.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, it just went off.
Yeah, it went off like a second ago, or like a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
Like you can like almost feel it. You can hear it. You can like I don't know if it's like a shockwave, but like when I hear it, like I can like fucking feel it. You know what I mean? It's just so loud.
The cannon,
Yeah.
even like we're probably like 2 miles away, and it's that loud.
It sounds really fucking loud.
All right. Is there anything you want to add on reserve or active duty? If people are watching us in the reserves,
If you're in the reserves and you really like it, I'm telling you, switch to active duty. Don't stay in the reserves unless you have like a good job on the civilian side, I guess. And
you want to talk about what you did on the civilian side as a job?
I did landscaping for a little, and then I did like I worked as a mechanic at a dealer shop, at a dealership, and it was pretty fun. But I mean, here is just a lot better. Because it's just more fun to me, and I get to learn more about my actual job in the military, and it's just it's an everyday thing instead of once a month.
So the 2 weeks you had here, is that you learned more here than you did in the reserve? You would say.
I did one oil change here so far, and in the reserves I probably did like multiple. Also, we get trucks pushed out quick. Like in the reserves, like we work on like the same 2 vehicles for like the whole week, and like the whole week we be working on like 2 vehicles or like 3.
Yeah. So like in the motor pool, our team that we work with, it's like
the best.
Yeah. So like we have like an all-star team. It's like
high speed.
me, Debo, everyone you've seen in the videos, like me, Debo, Vasquez. He was in the last PT video. He's the one that threw the ball over his head. He's been in some videos. And Harbach, which you guys know, is Harbach's the one that's always mad. And now we have
Some operator called them eyebrows the other day.
I'm eyebrows.
You are?
Yeah.
This was like, hey, I got this wrench from someone. I was like, who's like, oh, my sergeant said eyebrows, and who's like, oh, and then Harbach was like, you took my wrench, and I was like, no, I didn't. Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I get my eyebrows done. I haven't in a while, but one of the sergeants called me eyebrows.
I do eyebrows.
I'm not letting you do my eyebrows. It's weird.
Yeah,
so like we have a really good team, and we'll get trucks out. Like so for deadlining a truck is like if it's like broken, unable to work. Also, it could be hazardous. So like if a truck has lights out and whatnot, it'll be a deadline. So basically, we don't have any of those on the trucks that we work on, which is all of the infantry men pretty much, except like a couple. They have like 3 trucks probably. Yeah, our infantry and Cav Scouts.
Oh yeah.
So Alpha
V's.
There's a bunch. There's like 3. But so like we only have like maybe. No, yeah, like pretty much done. Like maybe 1 truck or 2 trucks, but it's just waiting on parts. But the other team, they have like 3 pages of trucks that are like broken.
So we're gonna help them out soon. Then.
Yeah, they're gonna switch up the teams.
Isn't Harbaugh going to?
Yeah, he's doing armor course. Yeah, he's like doing like gun stuff and
The
armor.
one thing I learned from Sergeant Kassoum is always flush the vehicles. That's the one thing I've learned so far.
What do you mean?
Always like if you have a transmission problem, just flush the vehicle. That's it.
Well, if the fluid's bad, yeah, flush the vehicle.
Every single time we've had it is just flush it, like multiple times.
Well, because they burn.
It's like the TCM too. It's like flush the vehicle. I'm like, woo!
It's like the TCM's broken, flush the vehicle.
But yeah. It is really fun so far.
It's a good experience, you would say.
It is. I would say it's a really good experience. A lot more fun than reserves. Even though you don't get to like go home and see your family.
So
and friends,
you
all
would-
worth it.
You want people.
I would suggest if you really like being in the army and you're in the reserves, join active duty. It only takes a few months and you learn a lot more about your ammo life if that's really what you want to do. Because I know people who I had like 3 friends or 4 friends that were in my unit that were trying to go active duty also,
Mm-hmm.
and they were just like they were getting it was like just taking them a long time. But like if you're like in the reserves and you're like one of those people who are like, oh, I have to go to the drill, then don't fucking do it because you obviously don't. You want to be in the army, but you don't want to be in the army.
I see the memes of like people that hate the army,
Yeah.
and it's just like they're like in the reserves. I'm like, how do you hate the army while you're in the reserves?
I know it doesn't. It's just they're not built for it. I guess
Like
you have to be built for the army to be in the army. But you can be in the. You can want to be in the army, be in the reserves, but you can't go active duty if you don't want to actually be in the army.
and then you can't go reserve if you're active duty.
You can't go to.
No, it's like a really hard process.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. I was gonna say if I don't like it, I was gonna switch, but I guess not.
Or I know one. My entire 2 years in, and like even like I knew people before I was in. I've only known one person that went active to reserve,
Damn.
or they went active to guard.
I feel like it's easier to get back into guard than it is. I feel like it's easier to go to National Guard. I think it's hard to get out though.
To get out of the guard?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
It might be. I mean, the National Guard is popping right now, so like this is a great time to be in the National Guard. I have National Guard buddies that are like, I was talking to him. I was like, yeah, you should join like active, and he was like, dude, he's like, I would, but like it's just like popping right now. Like he's getting like all different types of shit. Like he was in Washington like last month. Now he's doing shit with COVID. Like
Yeah, I had a friend that's like active duty.
like AGR. AGR is really good.
They got deployed for like riot control
Yeah.
in like Texas.
It's fucking crazy. Also, another thing, AGR. You know what that is, right?
Active Guard Reserve.
I kind of like, I had like active orders, and it was like, you basically like, you're in the reserves, but like you're literally, you get active duty pay.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing as active duty, but you're at home in the reserves.
That's crazy.
And it's actually really good. Like everyone in my old unit was like, dude, just fucking go AGR, you're gonna hate active duty. And I was like, no, I'm gonna like it. And like they're just like active duty, but they're at home. But I mean, I don't know, it's just the experience is just way better.
So what a lot of like 91 Bravos do in the reserve is they'll go reserves or from active to reserves and then become a civilian contractor. Yeah.
I mean, there's a few. I mean, I know there was tons of AMSA people.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were contractors, so they I don't know, cause like we had our shop and there was like 4 bays, and then AMSA was like on that side,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like they had like fucking over like 10 bays, but they were all like still in the army, so I don't know if they were contractors. They were.
Yeah, you could be or in the reserves and be a contractor.
That was their civilian job.
Yeah. So like people like you'll go to work like
they fix the shit that like we can't fix, like the shit.
Yeah. But you'll pretty much you'll go to work every single day as you would in like as a 91 Bravo in the army, be a mechanic, and then like 1 week of the month you just put on the uniform. Like that's all it is. But you're doing the same stuff.
And it's a really good gig. It's almost like it's better than AGR because you get fucking paid way better.
Yeah,
I'm
you
pretty
get
sure.
like close to 6 figures.
Yeah.
And you get in your reserve benefits and TRICARE.
Mhm.
Pretty sure you should get TRICARE, like even as a civilian contractor. I'm pretty sure you
Yeah.
get TRICARE.
Considering like 20,000 a month.
Yeah.
Oh wait, a year. Fuck.
But is there anything you want to add, like, to if people or reserves watching this want to go active duty?
Definitely go through it with a recruiter because they will help you out a lot. Because when I did it without a recruiter, it was a shit show. But when I got the recruiter and she busted through the fucking door and got me out really fast. So definitely go through with a recruiter if you want to switch.
And is there any negatives you see about active duty?
PT in the morning.
PT in the morning and being far from home.
Yeah. Like PT's the only bad thing. That's it. That's the only bad thing so far. Just you wake up and you're like, unless it's just because of running. It's only here because of the running. That's it. Like at any other base, it's probably like you don't run all the time. Like,
Well, because the altitude here is so high,
yeah.
and so like when people come here,
Up the hills too. Oh my god.
yeah, this is like really hilly. It's a mountain division. It's cold.
Climb to glory.
All right. So at that, I'm gonna say it's Dancing Dragons out. Peace.